Hi, Mochismo Eugene. Welcome to another video from Exit Strategy. Please consider liking, subscribing, sharing, and give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful. Pass it on if you believe someone else would benefit from it. I would appreciate that. Thank you all for coming, and I appreciate you all subscribing. I appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. I really do. I think it's more so because you connect with what I'm saying. This is not a popularity contest. We're not here to try to make ourselves appear better than anyone else. We're here to inform, educate, in order that empaths and chosen ones elevate their vibration and live the life that God designed for them. Nothing more, nothing less. I try to keep that goal in mind from start to finish. But we're going to do what we got to do to expose these narcissists because they're demonic. Now, we need to start caring less about a narcissist and becoming more concerned about a narcissist. Caring less and being more concerned. And don't let anyone convince you that you need to be overly caring about the narcissist, because the narcissist doesn't care about you. Be concerned about a narcissist. You know, if you understood how diabolical and insidious this disorder is, these people can hurt you from a distance. They can hurt you from the inside out, emotionally, mentally, psychologically, and in many cases physically. These people or individuals in human form, they can unalive you over something as petty as the food is not cooked on time. They make movies about this disturbing stuff, but they won't call it what it is. It is a demonic disturbance. And they sensationalize movies like this. I don't watch horror movies anymore. I see horror movies every day in this world. And that's me, and I hope it becomes you. Because empaths, awakened, and chosen ones, we're not okay with just being entertained anymore. We don't want to be entertained. We can find our own entertainment. We don't need to go to a blockbuster movie where there's killing from the beginning until the end. And if you are that type of empath, the chosen one, awakened, I'm going to encourage you to unlatch and refrain from this kind of stuff, because what it does to your subconsciousness, especially if you've been abused by a narcissist, it awakens these traumas in you to the point where your life is no longer being propelled in a healthy way. You may think it is, but the subconsciousness, once something goes into your mind or into your visual, it has a way of concreting itself there for long periods of time. And it doesn't matter how you try to will yourself to block it out, it's there. It's there. That is why the narcissist is so effective when they come into your life or your space. They do this number of repetitive mind manipulation, just like television shows. They are a programming. That's why they call it a program. And so if we understood these things, as subtle as they are, if we understood them for what they really truly are under the surface, we would readily refrain from them, and it wouldn't have a plex about it. We wouldn't even feel put off. I do, however, like I've always said, I flock towards these gruesome stories. I flock towards these things where concerns abductions, these unaliving of people, because I'm looking at the psyche in this. The psyche in this is very, very deep and disturbing. And I find often, more times than not, it comes down to a common denominator. There is something within this human being that was groomed, and it was programmed in them from a very early age, which oftentimes has resulted in them becoming psychopathic, psychotic, having these personality disorders. They living one life to the public, and they living a very dark life behind closed doors. We all have what you call skeletons in the closet. We do things that we probably wouldn't be okay with sharing with the world or society. But I'll tell you something about this empath, this chosen one awakened. There is really not a whole bunch of things that I do behind closed doors that I believe someone can embarrass me about or shame me about. Because you know why? I live a life even behind closed doors with some of my shortcomings. I'm very in tune with them. I'm in tune with them to the point where I don't cause myself any excess grief. I understand that I'm a work in progress by the hand of God. I submit unto his watchful eye. I pray and just ask God in many ways to change the man in me for the better, for his purpose. And see, when you take yourself out of it and you ask God, give me your goodness, do what you want to do within me, hell, high water, whatever it takes for you to change me for your purpose, do it. You know, you talk to God like that, just like you're talking to your buddy or your friend or your mother or your father. You talk to them with transparency, and you talk with them with honest authenticity, like you want this change. You don't just want to say it for the audience. You really want this change. And so don't be overly caring about a narcissist, because we know when they go into counseling, there are a lot of them that can manipulate counselors. They can they always got a handout, like they're poor me, poor me. And there's been a surge of homeless people in and around this area here. And I believe it's a spike everywhere all over the world, even in foreign countries. Because you know why I believe? Because the narcissist collapse is on a rise. They can no longer manipulate their mother and their father for $50 every day, pretending and lying about they need to pay this, they need to pay this. Those lies are running thin. Family members are not taking the BS anymore. Friends are not taking the BS anymore. So what you need this for that? We pay attention to how these people are moving. Don't let your empathy be taken for granted. And you'll have the world system, they will recruit minions to try to impress upon you. You need to donate to this, you need to give to this. I'm not quick to follow suit. I'm a leader. I'm a leader because I know who I follow. Become leaders within your own right, guys. Stop letting people push the buttons and operate the remote control of your life. And today, this is just an encouraging video for you guys to just understand that we are not to be overly concerned about the narcissist. We definitely are overly caring about the narcissist, but we need to be in a healthy way very concerned about them. That being said, bless.